You're looking a little bit different today.
Am I?
Yeah.
You know why? Because my grey is disappearing and my roots aren't quite as visible, because you, Mr. Talent Extraordinaire, not only camera, all-round decent chap, you're also a dab hand in a pair of blue gloves and putting a bit of hair dye on my hair, aren't you?
Yeah.
Although, can I just say, when you tried to wash my hair last night, you nearly drowned me. That was unfair. I've never been so soaked in my life. You're just like there, with a shower. It's just, yeah. Anyway, that's the result. Less roots.
Less grey.
Less.
Just get on with what you're cooking.
Right. Okay. So we had vegetable curry last night, didn't we? And I thought, oh, it's quite nice to have again for you, but it'd be quite nice to have, instead of rice, something else with it. So then I thought, oh, well, let's do some little pita breads. And then I thought, I'm going to borrow my friend's pita breads recipe, which I'll tell you about in a second, but I'm going to do hummus with it as well, but it's slightly different hummus, because people, you know, it's a great standby recipe, because most of the time you have chickpeas in your cupboard if you're lucky, and a bit of tahini kicking about, but I've just done something slightly different with that. So we're going to have that today for our lunch. But I've got to start with this first, because these take an hour to rest. These are the pita breads. Now, Lucie Greenwood is a friend of mine. She has the most amazing cafe called the Milk Shed in Oxfordshire. It is just the best place. And she's holed up at the moment with her husband, Mark, and they are doing lots of cooking, and she's always putting this amazing food up on her social media, which you just drool at, don't you, all the time. One at that crab risotto the other night. Oh my god. So anyway, she did these pittas the other day. Oh, absolutely brilliant. I'll give them a go, and they're fabulous. I've only done them once before, and I said to her, can I use your recipe? She said yes. So here we are. 250 grams of self-raising flour. I wrote it down here if I keep looking over in that corner. I've just tweaked it slightly, because I put some spices in there. You can just do them completely plain, but I put some cumin and some ground coriander in there, and I've just toasted it a little bit on the pan on the stove, just to bring out the flavour. I'm going to put some salt into that as well, about a teaspoon of salt. That goes in. A tablespoon of yoghurt, which I think is the thing that makes all the difference. 25 grams, so I'm kind of saying a tablespoon. The yoghurt really, really does. The acidity makes a big difference to this. So I'm going to plonk in a bit of yoghurt. And then you just mix it together with some lukewarm water until it becomes a nice dough. And then you leave it for an hour to rest in a tea towel. And then you can pick off bits, roll it out, and fry them into pita breads. And actually, if you have any left over, you can just use it the next day as well. And I found the pittas the next day were brilliant, weren't they? Because we did them last time for 2 days running. So they're just as good. So just bring this all together with your fingers. That yogurt in. And then add the water bit by bit. You might not need the full 100 millilitres. You might need more. You want it to be like a soft and springy dough. Now I have a recipe for flatbreads in my cookery book. And I put a lot of oil in them. Not yogurt, and actually I think these are better, Lucie. No, much better. I hope that when this all happens, when this all finishes, all this lockdown and everything, and when Lucie opens again at the Milk Shed, and you get to try her food, if you are in the area, please do look her up. It's called the Milk Shed, and it's in Oxfordshire. Lucie Greenwood. Is the best place.
That's Lucie.
Yes, Lucie. And she's on social media as utterly stuffed. She thinks completely brilliant. And Lucie demonstrates at food festivals we run. So she's been doing demonstrations in Tame Food Festival for years. And she was going to be coming to Bradford-on-Avon, wasn't she, in May, the end of this month, for our food festival there, but unfortunately that's been cancelled. So she won't be there, but definitely she will be back. She's just brilliant. She's full of life. She's just gorgeous. Now, Lucie, I've probably made that a little wet, haven't I? I think you should be looking at this and going, no, it's not very good, Lotte. But I'm just going to, you can go now, and I'm going to leave this, salvage it, it's fine, and we'll be back after I've sorted it out to make the hummus. Okay? So I've rolled these out. I divided my lovely soft springy dough, and I've rolled out little pittas. There's a couple here that I've already cooked. So I'm just going to take this over to my pan. It's a nice hot pan. Try and get any excess flour off because you don't want burnt flour. It does catch really quickly in a pan. So try and get that off first. And then lay it in the pan and just wait. Because what's going to happen, it's going to start to get all nice and puffy. So give it about a minute. You flip it over. And then it'll start to puff up. It's very clever. Look, little bubbles are starting now, you can see. So, a little look underneath. A couple more seconds. Lovely. And then it's starting to puff. Beautifully. There we go. It takes a life of its own, really, doesn't it? Bubbles. It's quite hot in the centre of my pan. It's hotter than the outside, so we'll just give that a bit of heat. There. And we're done. When I made these last time, they puffed up a lot more. I have to phone up Lucie and find out what I did wrong. Anyway, they are going to be delicious, and I'm going to dip them into this hummus. So I started off this film saying I was going to do hummus and pittas. Halfway through, John said it's far too long. You're rabbiting on as usual. We're going to have to split it into two. So this is the pita bread film. Come back and click on the next thing for the hummus film. So let's try it because I've got to try everything. Oh my goodness me. So, half mouthful. Pita, delicious. Hummus, hello. Goes so well. And then you've just got this light, herby broad beans on top of the dense, smoky hummus. It just works so well. Give it a go. It's so easy. It doesn't take too long, I promise you. It was just me. I make it long because I don't stop talking.